Broke my book buying ban. I'm definitely going to author talks more. I don't know how much I should share. Hello, welcome back. I'm really excited to share my thoughts on Yesteryear. I think that in my last vlog, I was pretty explicit about how I was really enjoying it. I was eating it up. It was delicious, it was addictive, and totally absurd at the same time. This morning, I was looking at a bunch of other people's reviews, what they were thinking, because I have seen that there is a bit of discourse around whether people hate the narrator and so they hate the book, or they loved the book because they hated not because they hated the narrator, but because of how ridiculous the narrator is. I don't even want to say too much because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. I know that a lot of people, they're like, what's going to happen at the end? She is living in the current timeline and then wakes up in the 1800s. So what is the reason? I felt like the book read as a mystery thriller. It's really frightening to me for how real it is for some trad wife influencers or just influencers in general. Something that I did notice was that there's a lot of cussing and a lot of suicidal dialogue. So just keep that in mind. I don't know if that would be off-putting to some people, but I was like, wow, like this is a lot. I'm okay, but for other people, just to note, it kind of feels like Scary Movie, those scary movies that are comedies, Scary Movie. It gives me that kind of energy. Of course, the big theme is the performance of womanhood. Performances are everywhere. I think we're all performing in some way, especially in the age of social media. I am saying that as someone who is talking to a camera right now. And of course, I'm editing my videos. I'm making it look like there's minimal mistakes. Although Natalie, the main character, is putting on a performance, I was noticing that other people were putting on a performance as well. They are trying to show that they are a certain kind of person to other people, that they have specific aesthetics and values. I thought it was really funny, the extremes that one will go to preserve their image and will still contradict themselves. We're just so used to curating our life that we are going to show to other people on social media. That has been exacerbated over, I don't know, the last however many years since social media has blown up. I don't want to give away what happens at the end. This is hard. I'm kind of struggling. I don't know how much I should share. I think all in all, I loved it. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I read it so fast. It was digestible. It was definitely a lot of satire, and I've been seeing that a lot of people don't understand that, I guess, but it's okay. Everyone has different opinions. I just personally loved the writing. I loved the ending, and I loved the whole message of it all. So that's my review, and I'm so glad I got to it as soon as I did. So I chose my next read, and I'm pretty excited about it. It is called The Wedding by Dorothy West. I love this cover. It's so pretty. Like, let's give a moment for the cover, please. So this book is about a community that's made up of the best and the brightest of the East Coast Black bourgeoisie. One of the Black women has fallen in love with and is going to be married to a white jazz musician. A shock wave breaks over the community. And then I'll do East of Eden, which I have been really excited for. And I swear I wasn't going to do this just because of the movie coming out, but there's going to be a movie coming out apparently. It's a bigger book than I'm used to, and I want to take my time. So mentally preparing, I think it should be a good read for the summertime, and I'm excited to do that. So yeah. guys, I went to my first author talk yesterday for Caro Burke. I can't believe I've never been to an author talk before. It's so cool to actually hear from the source themselves about why they wrote the book, how they wrote the book, what the process was like, what they think about it now after it's been published and put out there, how they're receiving it from all of the readers. I need to go to more. And even after that, I got the book signed. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm talking about Yesteryear, this lovely thing. I feel like I can gain a lot from hearing from authors and their perspectives and their writing processes anyways, regardless if I've read it or not. It was cool for people who didn't read it because they could still enjoy hearing from the author, but I also wanted to hear about the ending of the book, and there wasn't any spoilers, so it was a bit interesting having to navigate between conversations without spoiling it from the author and the moderator and even people who were asking questions afterwards during the Q&A. I was taking notes the whole time just so that I can remember what she was saying alongside my notes from when I was reading the book. One thing that I thought was really interesting was how she said that the tradwife is not real. It's created by incels and it's not synonymous with a stay-at-home mom. It's a fantasy, it's fiction, and it's not attainable. This is not something that's real. It is a show that is being put on by people on social media. And it's kind of about people who are falling for conspiracy theories or are able to fall for any sort of fantasy too easily, including us in social media, whether that's Instagram, whether that's here on YouTube. Like, I am just someone on a screen for you guys. Who knows what I'm going through in the background and what you're going through on the background as well. It was also confirmed as a thriller, which I didn't realize. I thought it was just contemporary fiction or general fiction. I'm not sure, but in my notes I had written, this reads like a thriller or a horror. And she did say, this is a thriller, humor, satire. And I'm like, oh, okay. That makes sense. We talked about women's role in patriarchy, what femininity looks like, how it's so easy to be angry at women. She did also address how Natalie's not supposed to be likable. She wanted to write her at first as a likable character, and as she was in the writing process, realized this is not a likable person, then, changed paths. And it's really inspiring because you never know what something is going to turn out to be. I'm not a writer, but I think it would be really cool to do some sort of writing eventually, or like joining a writing club or doing it with friends. So it's interesting to hear about what the process can look like. I didn't know that she also had a podcast called Diabolical Lies, so I'll have to check that out. I'm definitely going to author talks more and maybe just even looking at videos. I don't know. I digress. I started the book, The Wedding, and I'm like a chapter in, but I've been really slow. I haven't really felt like I wanted to pick it up. I think it's because after reading a book like Yesteryear, where it's just like so addicting, it's really important what I read afterwards. So I don't know if I need a break or I'm just going to give myself grace and take my time with this next book, or if I'll choose a different one. Also, as you probably have saw, I am cat sitting for a beautiful little Benny. His name is Benny. He's just the cutest thing. He's so beautiful. He wants all the love. He is just so, so sweet. I was the other day trying to read, and I had my book on the couch. He decided that my book is the couch itself for him. So I thought that was just so cute. My camera roll is being filled with his pictures and videos so I can send it to his mama. Guys, I really want a cat. It is my dream. Unfortunately, I am allergic, but it's okay because there's medication, there's ways to go around it. I will figure it out. I will survive because if I don't get a cat in my lifetime, I won't survive without a cat. Like, that's just how it is. Benny's so popular. Everyone wants to take care of him when his mama's out of town, and it's just such an honor to be able to go visit him and hang out with him. I don't know if other people feel this way, but when a new season arrives, I'm thinking of, okay, what are those seasonal activities that I want to do? What are the seasonal books that I want to read? What seasonal drinks do I want to have? Or foods? All the things. So when it approaches, I'm a bit overwhelmed when I don't realize that the season is approaching and I feel so unprepared. I've been looking at maybe some summery quirky little cute books that are on my shelf that I avoid until there's summer. I have definitely a few that I want to get to, and it's finally the time. But if you have any other ideas of like what I can do to get into the summer feels, let me know. I've been going on walks to get my steps in and just get some physical activity. In doing that, I've been trying to do it in nice, pretty areas so that it's not boring. Definitely parks. We have so many all over the place, just to make it a little bit more fun and more motivating. Hello. How are we doing today? I just came back from a really cute event. They had clothes, jewelry, ceramics, all the good things, and that wasn't even the best part. The best part was the fact that everyone was fitted. Everyone looked so good. They came with their best fits. They came with the energy. It was so nice. I loved it. It was called Bay Bazaar, and it was in Oakland. And I've known that they've had events before, but this was my first time. I want to go back so bad. They even had a couch area and music, food. We got tacos that were so good. Oh my goodness. The weather was great in the outdoor area. All around good vibes. I have to admit, I broke my book buying ban a bit ago. I failed terribly. I don't know why I thought that I could finish 5 books and not buy any books in the meantime. That was crazy. I don't have that strength. I finished 1 book and I don't have the strength for that. I bought many books since then and I'm not ashamed. I'm just a girl who loves her books and wants to read everything under the sun, and obviously I can't, but I can see them in my bookshelf and know and feel good that I have them for when I'm ready for them, because I will read them. I will. I have a lot of life to live, and a lot of time for all these books, so don't you worry. I have some books that I want to show you guys of what I've got. I saw this version of The Color Purple by Alice Walker. It's just so beautiful to me. And I love when they have bookmarks from people who owned it before in the books. This one had Browser Books, which is also in San Francisco. I got this really interesting looking mass market murder mystery, and I got this because it's by a Black woman author. One is Italo Calvino's The Path to the Nest of Spiders, and I think this is one of his first books, if I don't know if it's the first or one of his first ones. I really liked The Baron in the Trees by this author, so I think that I want to read more of his work. I got The Death of Ivan Ilyich by Leo Tolstoy. This is a Bantam classic. I love their copies of books. It's so little and perfect. I've been wanting a copy of this book, but all of them are really ugly, and I loved this one, and it was also really cheap. It was $3. Perfect. A Aldous Huxley, I think, Brave New World author. It's called Those Barren Leaves, and it's set in sunny Italy. So I think I want to try to get to this during the summer. It's a Penguin modern classic. I love the cover, love the color. I love when it has the yellow tint in the pages from its age. A Different Mirror, A History of Multicultural America by Ronald Takaki, and the author is a professor of ethnic studies, or was a professor of ethnic studies at UC Berkeley. It retells American history from the bottom up through the lives of many minorities, including Native Americans, African Americans, Asian Americans, Latino Americans, etc. We take history classes, and when I was younger, I just took the class. I passed because I needed to pass, and then everything just went out of my brain. I'm also just not well versed in history in general, so I hope that this can help me in my journey of trying to be more educated in that realm, while also learning about different cultures. And how we are coming to be a more mixed America is beautiful. It's going to be really beautiful. Oh, I got this clip in at the event that we went to. It has buttons on it. I don't know if you can see, but I love it. It literally matched my outfit so perfectly because it has blue, and I'm wearing blue obviously, and I'm wearing a denim long skirt, and then I have polka dot socks, and it has those things in the pit, and this was perfect. I hope you guys are having a good week. I will see you soon.